YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Boda, back in the building again for another last Cloudia video, something I thought I could make very quickly. I did want to try and get another video out today for you guys. Don't expect daily uploads until next Monday. I'm actually going on a flight tonight. No, I'm sorry, tomorrow, driving back to the airport tonight. And so it's going to be still a bit of craziness while this week wraps up for your boy Buddha. But I did get a comment on my last video by Step. He said, please make a guide for new players like us to tell us what should we buy in Trading Places Eliza event, please. So from the gist of that, I got that Step is looking for some advice as a new player, what thought process to approach these event trading spaces with. And while I'd say each event trade shop can vary depending on what they choose to place in there, there's generally a similar thought process that I undergo every time I look at these shops and determine what to prioritize buying first. So if we click on Flames of Regret event trading space, you can see a lot of things that are here originally when you first open it up are not here anymore. But if I scroll all the way down, you can see which things I have purchased, including all of these sold out. So I started with the equips. I always start with the equipment and any prisms that they offer because of the limited nature of these items. Whether these equipment are very good or great, they are limited for the time that they are here. And it's not unlikely, or it's not something that we haven't seen, where if they bring this event back, they may allow you to then enhance this equipment to gain extra traits. Is that guaranteed? No, but to have these equipment just ready for when that happens is always nice. And like I said, the limited nature of them, they're only here while this event is active, makes them more, gives them higher demand, at least for me. So after that, they did add these gacha tickets as well. I went ahead and bought these. While for me, I don't consider these too beneficial for my account specifically. Anytime you can get free summons from any type of event, especially as a new player, grab those up, because again, these are also very limited. They're only going to be here in the shop. If you don't pick them up before the shop ends, then you lost out on some potential summons, which if you are a new player can get you some arcs and or permanent characters that could help your account very much. So definitely I'd say equipment, and then the prism, just because of how that's even if you don't have Eliza, let's say you pull her in the future when they bring back like super DOH banners, why not just pick yourself up an extra duplicate of that character? For the 1,000 coins, not too much of a price to pay, especially with how much you need to grind this event in order to get a lot of the mission rewards. So then the tickets again, because they're limited, only here while the event is live. And then you can see I have bought a lot of these extra battle tickets. They do change in how much it costs depending on how much you buy. So I bought the first round of them just because with this event specifically, the guaranteed 1% and now 2% that you can get with those extra battle challenges is one of the most generous Arc Ether grinding alternatives that we've ever seen IDIS provide in an event like this. So I've been taking advantage of it. Like I said in my last video, I've gotten like 5, almost 6 arcs maxed out in Ether now because of this event, which is amazing in what, a week, versus a week would have maybe gotten me 3 arcs if I was grinding 24/7 for that week. So I'm absolutely loving this event. So I myself have been prioritizing buying these tickets. But now that the event is starting, we're on the last week, it's on its final stretch, I am going to be picking up like these mega clusters. The reason why I wouldn't tell anyone to prioritize like crystallites, crystals, clusters, or even the mega clusters is because all of those things are grindable. Whether you like the grind, whether you think it's too much to grind those things, the logic is there that these things can be acquired via farming. What can't be acquired via farming are prisms, equipment, summon gacha tickets, and guaranteed percentages in Arc Ether grinding. So that's what I personally have prioritized, and that's kind of the basic logic whenever you're looking at one of these event trading spaces that I would advise anyone to follow. Look for the most limited things and buy those things up. Regardless of its particular use at this current time, there may come a time where it is useful in the future, and if you don't get it now, you wouldn't have it then. Once you scoop up all the limited stuff, then go ahead, try and make your life easier. Like now, I've done a lot of Arc Ether grinding. I'm going to stop doing that and pick up these mega clusters just because of the rarity of them when it comes to farming, and just to give myself an extra stock of each. I know a lot of new players are going to be looking at the clusters and the crystals, and they're going to be thinking, oh man, I just need those 10 rainbow crystals to get leveled up. And sure, you can fast track yourself and buy these maybe immediately, but as long as this purchase doesn't stop you from getting one of the more limited items you can get from this shop, then I'd say that's fine. But for the most part, pick up the limited stuff before you get to the stuff that you can grind in game. So just a little bit of a runaround answer to your question, and I hope that helps any other new players who are just getting into the game now, especially in this build up to the 2.5-year anniversary. Some of this just basic knowledge should help a lot of players when making good decisions in how they're playing the game. Now, I figure why not, because this is a pretty short video just answering one question, why not jump into some summons? Definitely not on this banner. That's another question I tried to address, but still some people are asking, should I summon on the Ultra DOH banner? Please, for the love of all that is holy, skip this banner harder than you're playing hopscotch. Okay, so let's move on to the less exciting banner, the ticket gacha, just because I want to use these time-limited summon tickets before I forget to use them and they expire. That's also kind of a PSA. Always pay attention when you see an item with this little timer symbol next to it. There is a limited time that will be available to you, and if you don't use it, they will disappear after the specified date. This goes mainly for these gacha tickets. They like to do these limited ones, and orange orb recoverers. So don't miss out on using orange orb recoverers because you thought that they were permanent. Double check to see if they are temporary or not. But I figure why not? We can do a little 8-piece and then some 3 SR plus gacha tickets. And then I might as well maybe use some of these other ones. I really want to save these ones that are permanent for when they grow the permanent pool a little more, which will probably take 2 years before I feel like it's worth it at the rate that they're releasing permanent stuff. But there are a couple permanent arts that we could potentially get, and of course we've got Crystal Gorm, who I did miss out on. So let's go ahead and drop this 8-piece and see what we're able to get. I don't have the volume turned up, so we're not getting cool sound effects. Just realized that, which is kind of a bummer. We got Zekis, though, popping on an SR. Popping on an SR, honestly, I'm not enamored. If we were running up with the whole team, then maybe. But even then, I feel like in one of our most recent summon videos, we ran up with a whole team, popped on the SR, and saw absolutely nothing. Although we're seeing 3 flashbacks, but look at that. Look at that. The game is so deceptive with its summons. I called it. I was getting hopeful. I don't know why I did that to myself. So we're moving on. We're moving on. We're ignoring that just happened, and we're going to just do 3 single summons. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that we had 3 SR plus 10 spin tickets here. That was a fallacy. I don't know what. I just can't read. I don't know what's going on, guys. Something's wrong with your boy Buddha. My memory is just garbage. And I just feel like I've lost brain cells somehow in the last 4 years. So my memory is trash. My interpretation seems to be skewed a little bit. I can't seem to read properly. But it looks like none of that will matter because it's not going to guarantee me an SSR. Luckily, luck doesn't care how smart you are. You can get something hype just by being. Although this doesn't seem lucky at all. No one's in the party with us. Cracking on the R orb, not even the SR. Seems that we're only going to get an SR here. Unless it decides to fake me out. No fake outs here. I would really love for Last Cloudia to add some animations. To add some new summon animations to signify different things. Like maybe instead of just a guaranteed character or a guaranteed arc animation like we currently have, add something to indicate that there's something in the summon that you don't have, that your account doesn't have. That would be incredible, although it would be extremely rare to see. It just adds a level of excitement to the game, and it gives people something new to talk about. Keeps your game fresh, because this is getting old. Just boring summon animations. Even if those did go up to an SSR, it's so hard for me to even think it's something brand new because of how diluted the summon pool is with SSRs. Instead of limiting the amount of SSRs that are on each banner, they just grow it and keep on growing it, which then dilutes the chances of you getting whatever's new. Really terrible structure. They know this. There's been complaints about it since I started playing. So all we can do at this point is cross our fingers and hope that one day it changes. We know that Barleen said that a lot of changes that people have been asking for are coming with this 2.5 anniversary update. Again, will those be empty promises? We don't know. Sometimes Barleen has said things and they just don't seem to live up to the expectations. Other times, it does seem to be a really good step in the right direction. So, of course, we'll just have to wait and see. You guys know, if you watched my video yesterday, I'm starting to get disillusioned with the gacha structure. It's wearing on me. I've been playing gachas for about 6 years now, and I'm just losing the appeal of it. Like, getting those hype moments, we've done it, right? Especially playing for that long. We felt the luck, we felt the super luck, we felt the ultra luck, and at that point, you just start to notice all of the kinks in the armor. And a lot of the decisions I feel like these companies make, not just Last Cloudia, it just kind of turns me off from the gacha market as a whole. Paolo just left a comment saying, you know, start playing some offline games. And what he means, like, don't even jump into like an MMORPG or something that requires daily grinding, because those can also get quite boring and grindy after a long period of time. So I honestly, guys, I kind of tweeted out, there's a release of the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and something Pearl. I'll be buying Brilliant Diamond, but I think I'm excited to do a Twitch playthrough of that and maybe kind of hard focus on that, just to try and bring some enjoyment back into gaming for me. And hopefully I'll get that all set up. We still have like 2 months until that drops. In the meantime, of course, I'll still be brainstorming any suggestions or things that you guys would like to see. In the meantime, maybe other things that you'd like to see me try out in the gaming world. I would love to know. It's definitely murky waters when thinking about transitioning, right? We've built a platform based around Last Cloudia, but at the same time, as an aspiring YouTuber, I'm trying to grow while also truly enjoying the content I'm trying to make so that I can share that experience with you guys. So while we're playing this balancing game, I'm going to cut off my spiel, see what you guys think in the comments, and hopefully my little tidbit helped anyone looking for some advice in the event shop. Let me know what you guys are thinking, how you guys are doing, and if you're excited for the 2.5 Annie that's coming around the corner. Best believe when I get back into town, I will be going over tier lists. We will be getting prepped for the 2.5 Annie, and it should be a good time. So I think that's all I got for you this time, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and turn on all notifications if you want to make sure and know when I drop a video immediately. In case of emergency, you won't be out of the loop. And with all that being said, y'all know what we say. Work hard, play harder. See you in the next video.